It's gonna be a bad mammer jammer.
Yeah. John Catron.
Hi, I'm John Catron, and I am directing Yellow Tree's production of Misery. I kind of approach directing a play like it's a puzzle, really like puzzles, and the thriller genre especially lends itself to being treated like a puzzle. So it's it's juggling the pieces and figuring out where they fit together. I think the horror thriller genre is kind of underrepresented in our theater. It's something that lends itself very easily to film, but I think it's a little harder to do on stage. But if you are going to do a thriller, I think this is a great theater to do it in because it has the intimacy of a film. It's audience is never very far away from the gruesome things that are going to happen in this play. Mm-hmm. The stage adaptation was done by the same guy who did the film adaptation. So for fans of the film, I think you're gonna get all the touchstones you need. The characters, two main characters, Paul Sheldon, who's a famous romance novelist, and Annie Wilkes, who lives alone in this tiny little cabin in a made-up town in Colorado. He's a prisoner in the play, and she is his jailer. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of the questions we've been turning over in rehearsal is, does Annie love Paul? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to land on anything in terms of this interview, but she is his number one fan. Mm-hmm. She's a super fan of the novels. The Misery Chastain novels is the series that Paul's very famous for. And there's a weird question we're grappling with, to what degree is the love for his work maybe some kind of love for him, whether it's sexual or not. But that's an interesting question we're exploring in rehearsal. Well, this play, going back to the character question, I think even though it's not explicit in the script, Annie suffers from trauma and has it. I don't want to put a label on it, but definitely suffers from trauma and has some mental illness. Yeah. So if you're triggered by those kind of things, you should probably know that before seeing the show. We're leaning into the genre here, so there will be blood.
Okay. All right.
If you like that sort of thing.
And lastly, more importantly, is your hair real?
It's real.
Is it?
It's real.
Is it really though?
It's gray. Oh, my beard's getting gray too.